Reclaiming Your Power, a Stoic Guide to Handling Distance and Ignorance. Have you ever experienced the gut-wrenching feeling of someone you deeply admire or perhaps even love, suddenly pulling away? One moment you feel connected, their attention firmly fixed on you, and the next, you're met with cold indifference, an unsettling silence that hangs heavy in the air. It's a scenario as old as time, a recurring theme in countless stories, songs, and even our own lived experiences. This feeling of being ignored, of becoming invisible to someone you care about, can be incredibly destabilizing, shaking your confidence and leaving you questioning your worth. You find yourself replaying every interaction, scrutinizing every word, searching for a clue, a reason, anything to explain this sudden shift. You might even find yourself engaging in behaviors you know are counterproductive, sending that extra text, making that unnecessary call, desperately trying to recapture their attention. It's akin to chasing a fleeting butterfly. The harder you pursue, the further it seems to flutter away, always just out of reach. This pursuit, fueled by anxiety and a deep-seated fear of rejection, often leaves you feeling drained, vulnerable, and even more insecure than before. But what if there was a different way? What if, instead of chasing after fleeting affection, you could reclaim your power, shifting the dynamic and making them reconsider their actions? What if you could transform this experience of rejection into an opportunity for profound self-discovery and growth? This isn't about playing manipulative games or trying to force someone to feel something they don't. It's about understanding the psychology behind attraction, recognizing your own inherent value, and adopting a Stoic mindset that allows you to navigate these challenging situations with grace, strength, and unwavering self-respect. This is about understanding that true attraction isn't about neediness or chasing, but about cultivating a strong sense of self, radiating confidence, and embodying the qualities that make you truly irresistible. This essay will delve into a powerful strategy for handling distance and indifference, drawing upon the wisdom of Stoic philosophy and practical psychological principles. We'll explore how to shift your focus from seeking external validation to cultivating internal strength, ultimately transforming the experience of rejection into an opportunity for profound personal growth. This journey involves a deep dive into self-awareness, emotional regulation, and a willingness to challenge your own limiting beliefs. It's about recognizing that your worth is inherent, not contingent upon the actions or opinions of others. It's about understanding that true power lies not in controlling external circumstances, but in mastering your own inner world. Video content highlight 1, approximate 200 words. Brief clip summarizing the opening of the original video, highlighting the relatable scenario of being ignored and the futility of chasing after someone who is pulling away. Emphasis on Maya Angelou's quote, "Never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option." Focus on the core message, stop chasing, start valuing yourself. Body paragraph 1, the illusion of control and the power of acceptance, approximate 1500 words. At the heart of the struggle with rejection lies the illusion of control. We often believe that if we can just say the right thing, do the right thing, or be the right kind of person, we can somehow manipulate the situation and force the other person to reciprocate our feelings. This belief is not only unrealistic, but it also sets us up for immense disappointment. The truth is, we can never truly control another person's thoughts, feelings, or actions. Their behavior is a reflection of their own internal world, their own insecurities, their own experiences, and their own choices, factors that are often completely beyond our influence. Stoicism teaches us the importance of accepting what we cannot control. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, emphasized the distinction between what is within our power, our thoughts, judgments, and actions, and what is outside our power, external events, other people's opinions, and the actions of others. He argued that true freedom and tranquility come from focusing our energy on what we can control and accepting with equanimity what we cannot. Applying this principle to the experience of rejection is transformative. Instead of obsessing over why the other person is pulling away or trying to force them to change, we shift our focus to our own internal state. We acknowledge the feeling of disappointment, sadness, or anger, but we refuse to let those feelings dictate our actions. We recognize that their behavior is a reflection of them, not a reflection of our worth. We accept the reality of the situation, without resistance or judgment. This acceptance is not passive resignation, it's an active choice to reclaim our power. By refusing to engage in the futile pursuit of control, we free ourselves to focus on what truly matters, our own well-being, our own growth, and our own values. We recognize that our happiness is not contingent upon the approval or affection of others, but rather on our own ability to cultivate inner peace and contentment. This shift in perspective is the first step towards breaking free from the cycle of chasing and reclaiming our inherent power. Furthermore, understanding the neurobiology of rejection can also provide valuable insights. When we experience rejection, our brains activate the same pain pathways that are triggered by physical injury. This explains why rejection can feel so intensely painful and why we are often driven to seek ways to alleviate that pain. However, by understanding the biological basis of our emotional response, we can begin to detach ourselves from the intensity of those feelings. We can recognize that the pain of rejection is a temporary state, a biological response that will eventually subside. We can also employ coping mechanisms, such as mindfulness and self-compassion, to soothe our nervous system and reduce the intensity of the emotional pain. Clip emphasizing the importance of shifting focus from them to you. Highlighting the point that attraction is built on desire, and desire thrives on distance. Reinforcing the message, you are worth being pursued. You are the prize. The art of strategic withdrawal, creating space for desire. Once we've embraced the power of acceptance, the next step is to strategically withdraw our energy and attention. This isn't about playing games or trying to manipulate the other person, it's about creating space for them to experience the absence of your presence and to potentially reevaluate their actions. As the video suggests, people don't miss what's always there, they miss what they can't have. Constantly being available, constantly showering someone with attention, can actually diminish your value in their eyes. It creates a sense of entitlement, a feeling that they can always take you for granted. By strategically withdrawing, you disrupt this dynamic. You create a void, an emptiness where your presence once was. This void can be unsettling, forcing the other person to confront the reality of your absence and to consider the possibility of losing you altogether. It's important to emphasize that this withdrawal should be genuine, not a manipulative tactic. It's about truly redirecting your energy towards yourself, focusing on your own goals, interests, and well-being. If your withdrawal is driven by a desire to punish or manipulate the other person, it will likely be transparent and ineffective. The key is to create a sense of authentic self-sufficiency. You want to convey the message, without saying a word, that your happiness and fulfillment are not contingent upon their presence in your life. This doesn't mean you have to become cold or distant. It simply means that you prioritize your own needs and interests, and you refuse to be emotionally available on demand. You set healthy boundaries, and you communicate those boundaries assertively. This strategic withdrawal can be particularly challenging in the age of social media. The temptation to monitor their online activity, to see who they're interacting with, and to subtly signal your presence can be overwhelming. However, it's crucial to resist this urge. Every time you check their social media, you're feeding into the cycle of obsession and diminishing your own self-worth. Instead, focus on curating your own online presence in a way that reflects your authentic self and your interests. Share your passions, celebrate your achievements, and connect with people who uplift and support you. Let your social media presence be a reflection of your vibrant and fulfilling life, not a desperate attempt to gain someone's attention. Furthermore, strategic withdrawal can also involve physical distance. If you're constantly running into the other person, consider changing your routines or avoiding places where you're likely to see them. This physical distance can create even more space for them to reflect on your absence and to potentially reach out to you on their own terms. Remember, the goal is not to punish or manipulate them, but to create an opportunity for them to reevaluate their actions and to appreciate your value. Video Content Highlight 3. Emphasis on stopping the cycle of reaching out. challenging viewers to ask themselves, what are you really doing? You're trying to prove something to them, when you should be proving something to yourself. Reinforcing the idea that you deserve someone who can't stand the thought of losing you. Body paragraph 3, cultivating unwavering self-worth, the foundation of irresistibility, approximate 1500 words. The most crucial element in reclaiming your power is cultivating unwavering self-worth. This means recognizing and embracing your inherent value as a human being, regardless of the opinions or actions of others. It's about understanding that your worth is not contingent upon your relationship status, your physical appearance, or your professional achievements. You are worthy of love, respect, and happiness simply because you exist. This unwavering self-worth is the foundation of true confidence and irresistibility. When you genuinely believe in your own value, you radiate an energy that is both attractive and empowering. You no longer feel the need to chase after approval or validation, because you already possess it within yourself. You are able to set healthy boundaries, communicate your needs assertively, and walk away from relationships that are not serving your best interests. Cultivating self-worth is an ongoing process, not a destination. It requires consistent effort, self-reflection, and a willingness to challenge your own limiting beliefs. It involves identifying and dismantling the negative thought patterns that undermine your self-esteem. It also involves practicing self-compassion, treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend in need. One powerful tool for cultivating self-worth is practicing gratitude. Taking time each day to appreciate the positive aspects of your life can shift your focus from what's lacking to what you already have. It can also help you to recognize your own strengths and accomplishments. Another helpful practice is to engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. This could be anything from pursuing a hobby to spending time with loved ones to volunteering in your community. When you invest in activities that nourish your soul, you are reinforcing the message that you are worthy of happiness and fulfillment. Furthermore, it's essential to surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. Distance yourself from those who are critical, judgmental, or draining. Seek out relationships with people who believe in you, encourage your growth, and celebrate your successes. These positive relationships can provide a powerful source of validation and support, helping you to reinforce your own sense of self-worth. Remember, cultivating self-worth is not about becoming arrogant or self-centered. It's about recognizing and embracing your inherent value as a human being and living your life in alignment with that value. It's about understanding that you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness, regardless of what anyone else thinks or does. This unwavering self-worth is the key to reclaiming your power and creating a life that is truly fulfilling. Video content highlight 4. Highlighting the challenge to viewers: stop trying to make them see your value, and start acting like you already know it. Emphasis on the magnetic quality of confidence. Explaining how stepping back creates curiosity and the opportunity for them to come forward. Body paragraph 4, embracing the Stoic virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Beyond cultivating self-worth, embracing the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, can provide a powerful framework for navigating challenging relationship dynamics. These virtues represent the core principles of a virtuous life, and they can guide your actions and decisions in a way that promotes inner peace and fulfillment. Wisdom. In the context of rejection, wisdom involves understanding the true nature of the situation. It means recognizing that you cannot control another person's feelings or actions and accepting that their behavior is a reflection of them, not a reflection of your worth. It also means being discerning about who you invest your time and energy in, choosing to prioritize relationships that are mutually respectful and supportive. Justice. Justice involves treating yourself and others with fairness and respect. It means setting healthy boundaries, communicating your needs assertively, and refusing to tolerate mistreatment or disrespect. It also means being honest with yourself about your own flaws and limitations and striving to improve yourself each day. Courage. Courage involves facing your fears and challenges with bravery and resilience. It means being willing to step outside of your comfort zone, to take risks, and to pursue your goals despite the obstacles you may encounter. In the context of rejection, courage means being willing to walk away from relationships that are not serving your best interests, even if it's difficult or painful. Temperance involves practicing moderation and self-control in all areas of your life. It means avoiding extremes of emotion, such as excessive anger, sadness, or anxiety. It also means being mindful of your impulses and resisting the urge to engage in behaviors that are harmful or counterproductive, such as obsessively checking someone's social media or sending desperate texts. By consciously cultivating these virtues, you can develop a stronger sense of inner peace, resilience, and self-control. You will be better equipped to navigate challenging relationship dynamics with grace and strength, and you will be less likely to be swayed by the opinions or actions of others. The Stoic virtues provide a powerful framework for living a virtuous and fulfilling life, regardless of external circumstances. Video content highlight 5, approximate 200 words. Highlighting the 7 power moves that will be shared. Encouraging viewers to drop the affirmation, "I am irresistible," in the comments. Emphasizing the importance of believing in your own irresistibility. Deep dive into the 7 power moves. Each power move will be elaborated in a subsection. Power move 1, bury the desperation. Explanation, recognizing and suppressing outward displays of neediness or anxiety. Understanding how desperation repels others. Stoic connection, controlling your reactions, Epictetus, focusing on what you can control, your behavior, and not what you cannot, their response. Practical steps, identifying desperate behaviors, excessive texting, checking social media, overanalyzing interactions. Replacing those behaviors with self-care activities and mindfulness exercises. Example, instead of sending a pleading text, go for a run, read a book, or call a friend. Channel that energy into something productive and self-affirming. Power move 2, disappear into silence. Explanation, creating space by ceasing communication. This is not about punishment but about self-respect and allowing the other person to feel your absence. Stoic connection, finding peace in solitude, valuing your own company, Seneca. Realizing your worth doesn't depend on external validation. Practical steps, resisting the urge to reach out. Deactivating notifications. Focusing on personal goals and hobbies. Example, instead of responding immediately to a text, wait several hours or even a day. Let them wonder. Power move 3, forge the inner weapon. Explanation, building internal strength and resilience. Focusing on personal growth and self-improvement, making you less vulnerable to external actions. Stoic connection, developing inner strength, Marcus Aurelius. Controlling your thoughts and emotions. Finding strength in adversity. Practical steps, setting and achieving personal goals. Developing new skills. Practicing mindfulness and meditation. Working out. Example, start a new exercise routine, learn a new language, or volunteer for a cause you care about. Power move 4, summon the power of mystery. Explanation, becoming less predictable and more intriguing. Not revealing everything about yourself immediately. Stoic connection, practicing temperance in self-disclosure. Not seeking external validation by oversharing. Practical steps, limiting social media posts. Not answering every question directly. Creating an air of intrigue. Example, instead of posting every detail of your day, share only highlights. Keep some things private. Power move 5, embrace emotional armor. Explanation, protecting yourself from emotional harm by detaching from their actions and opinions. Building resilience to rejection. Stoic connection, developing emotional resilience, Seneca. Understanding that external events cannot harm you unless you allow them to. Practical steps, practicing emotional detachment. Challenging negative thoughts. Focusing on your own values and principles. Example, when they ignore you, remind yourself that their behavior is a reflection of them, not of your worth. Power move 6, flip the script without words. Explanation, changing the dynamic through actions, not words. Showing, not telling, that you're no longer playing by their rules. Stoic connection, living a virtuous life, Marcus Aurelius. Acting in accordance with your principles, regardless of external circumstances. Practical steps, focusing on your own life and happiness. Setting healthy boundaries. Ignoring their attempts to manipulate you. Example, if they try to breadcrumb you, offering minimal attention, ignore it and continue living your life. Power move 7, let them chase shadows. Explanation, becoming a ghost of your former self, just out of reach. Leaving enough traces to keep them wondering, but not enough to gain access. Stoic connection, accepting change and impermanence. Moving forward with your life, regardless of their actions. Practical steps, living your best life. Showing, but not sharing, your happiness and success. Making yourself unavailable. Example, post pictures of yourself having fun with friends, but don't respond to their direct messages. Navigating the complexities of human relationships is a journey filled with both joy and heartbreak. The experience of being ignored or distanced by someone you care about can be deeply painful, triggering feelings of insecurity, self-doubt, and even despair. However, by embracing the principles of Stoicism and implementing the strategies outlined in this essay, you can transform this experience into an opportunity for profound personal growth and empowerment. The key takeaway is that your worth is inherent, not contingent upon the actions or opinions of others. You are worthy of love, respect, and happiness simply because you exist. When you internalize this truth, you are no longer vulnerable to the manipulative tactics or emotional games that others may employ. You are able to set healthy boundaries, communicate your needs assertively, and walk away from relationships that are not serving your best interests. The 7 power moves, burying the desperation, disappearing into silence, forging the inner weapon, summoning the power of mystery, embracing emotional armor, flipping the script without words, and letting them chase shadows, are not about playing manipulative games or trying to force someone to feel something they don't. They are about reclaiming your power, shifting the dynamic, and creating space for genuine connection to emerge. They are about recognizing that true attraction isn't about neediness or chasing, but about cultivating a strong sense of self, radiating confidence, and embodying the qualities that make you truly irresistible. Remember, the journey towards self-mastery is an ongoing process, not a destination. There will be times when you stumble, when you feel tempted to revert to old patterns of behavior, and when you question your own worth. During these times, it's crucial to practice self-compassion, to remind yourself of your inherent value, and to reaffirm your commitment to living a virtuous and fulfilling life. Ultimately, the goal is not to win someone back, but to win yourself over. To cultivate a sense of inner peace, resilience, and self-acceptance that transcends external circumstances. To live a life that is aligned with your values, your passions, and your purpose. When you achieve this, you will radiate an energy that is both attractive and empowering, drawing to you the kind of relationships that are truly fulfilling and supportive. And even if those relationships don't materialize, you will have the inner strength and self-sufficiency to thrive on your own. So, embrace the challenge, embrace the journey, and remember, you are irresistible.